Hey everybody, this is Kyle from Neat and Kyle. So doing the sequel to the like video of the exterior of the camper, the Coachman 1943RB. We're still here in Keachie, Vermont. It's a state park in Vermont. It's a beautiful place. We'll do a separate review of the campground if you're interested in that. But now I'm going to walk around the camper and I'm going to do 5 or maybe more dislikes, things that I don't like about the exterior of the camper, and there aren't too many, but what I don't like, I really don't like. So let's take a look at it and see what we got. All right, so number one, biggest dislike, probably my biggest dislike of the entire camper, at least on the exterior, is this spare tire that's underneath the battery box. So, you know, it's not so bad if it's a bright sunny day and it's 60 degrees and, you know, you're in a parking lot and you need to change your tire. But just think about, you know, maybe 35 degrees, starting to snow, you're on I-70 trying to go over the Rockies, and you need to crawl underneath your camper and detached this tire before you can even think about changing the tire. Not, I think, the best engineering job that Coachman could have done here. Now, having said that, let me just immediately walk around to the back. I'm going to jump around a little bit on this video, but let me just immediately walk around to the back and show you one of my major dislikes on the back of the camper, and that's this little notice saying that you cannot add anything to the back of this bumper or you will void the warranty. So there goes the notion of putting a bike rack, there goes the notion of storing spare tire back here, or even you know, any kind of weight you can't put back here at all. So not particularly happy about that. Let me see if I can give you a better look at this. Exactly what it says. I think you can see that. It says, notice, addition of any non-factory installed components to bumper assembly is prohibited and may void chassis warranty. So I'm probably going to call Coachman and get more clarity on that, but that is absolutely one of the major dislikes of this exterior. So let me go around to the front and cover a few more dislikes, because again, there really aren't too many. Nothing else up front here. I think otherwise, other than the tire, it's a well-designed tongue area. So my major beef, and I really can't even call it a beef, but my major complaint about the storage area under here is that this is part of their max bed storage, and we'll get into that when we talk about the interior of the camper and what I like and dislike about it. They're touting it as you know, engineering genius, but it actually really eats into the amount of storage down here. So you can see, I pull out the sewer hose, you can see how little space there really is. I mean, we've got a little bit of space here for wires and hoses, but the pass-through part is really tiny. And I'll talk about the other dislike when we go over to the other side of this particular storage area. So everything in the exterior, for the most part, on this side is perfectly fine. I don't really have any issues with it. I am concerned a little bit about the engineering of this. So you've got a hot water heater here, which is a device that's intended to introduce heat. And you've got a refrigerator here, which is a device that's intended to take away heat. So if I remember high school science correctly, heat rises. So you've got hot exhaust coming from your hot water heater coming right over the inlet for your refrigerator. Maybe there might have been a better way to do that. I don't know. All right, so things I dislike about this side. The only complaint I really have is kind of the awning. It's a little big for the size of the camper, and that sounds a little counterintuitive, but the awning is so big that the minute there's any wind, any breeze at all, you have to bring it in. And I'm not talking the normal, oh, it's too windy to have an awning. Like any light breeze, and it just starts really flopping around and making horrible noises. So not my favorite. This is a personal thing. If you need to have your TV outside in a campground, camping may not be for you. I don't know. It's just my personal opinion. Over here, everything here is fine. But inside, the one thing that I dislike is, if you notice, there's this little fishing rod holder cabinet thing, which is great, except if you have any storage in here at all, you can't open it. So can't really say that's entirely practical. I think it's probably good for storage of things that you don't use very often, but again, it's kind of an odd shape. Maybe it'd be good for hiking poles and fishing poles, but again, to get at it, you've got to take out most of the stuff in your storage compartment. So can't say that's particularly useful. Maybe I would have liked a little bit different design there. I don't know. But there you have it. All right, so there you have it. Those are my dislikes for the exterior of the Coachman 1943RB. I think there were a lot less dislikes than likes, which is actually good. We actually really like this particular camper, but it does have some flaws and some issues. So I think I covered them, at least from my perspective. So hey, if you can think of any other things that you like or don't like about the exterior of the Coachman 1943RB or a similar model, just leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get your experience on the product and see whether you agree with me or disagree with me, or if you can think of anything else. So thank you very much. I am Kyle from Neat and Kyle. Thank you.